feel like, for one, being a white woman in America, you're targeted.
What?
Being a white woman in America, you're targeted. Being a white woman in America, you're targeted.
This lady really sat up here and said that being a white woman in America makes her a target. A target for what? A target for who? Y'all literally weaponized y'all's tears since the inception of this country and got whole towns burned to the ground. Y'all have literally made up lies about young black boys saying anything to you, whistling at you, and got their lives taken away. Y'all literally steal more than anybody else in this goddamn country. The stickiest fingers. No one follows you around the store. You don't get racially profiled. And she's trying to say like reverse racism is a thing in another post saying, oh, y'all act like white people can't experience racism. And I grew up around black and Latinos. Of course you did, sweetheart. Y'all love to play the oppression Olympics. I don't know. They want a destiny swap so freaking bad. And I've been using the term destiny swap for a long time, before I even really started heavily making content over here. Now it's like this big popularized term, but they literally want to destiny swap with black women. They want to play the oppression Olympics. They want to make it seem like their lives are so hard, when honestly, white women can end racism. White women can literally end racism. White women can end white supremacy. White women can end the mass genocide that's created and committed by white men. White women have a lot of power. 9 times out of 10, they're the mastermind behind all of the... y'all ready? They are the masterminds behind it all. Who is raising these people? The one thing white people don't ever want to take credit for is racism. They take credit for everything else. Now, since when has white women become this oppressed underclass? They benefited the most from DEI. People hear them out when they cry. Literally. All she has to do is cry. And she can ruin somebody's whole life. They get grace. They get to be individuals. Even though we see a lot of them act out in absolute psychotic ways. They don't get the blanket statement. They get to be mediocre. Look at Taylor Swift. How is it? How is she targeted? Targeted for what? I just... Y'all think white women are targeted? Just... Spread love is the Brooklyn way.
By white men, maybe. Yeah. By that white daddy that made you? Oh, yeah. Your white brother, if you got one. That white boyfriend, husband, whatever. Yeah. Statistics show that men that made y'all are y'all's biggest predators. But then again, it's almost like we didn't just watch white people try to kill black women just because they were in labor. Like, bitch, are you new here? White women have been documented to kill mass amount of black folk just off of their feelings being hurt. And that's exactly what you're doing right now. Your white feelings have been hurt, and now you just want to wage war on all black folk. Because what? We made some jokes? White people have never and will never experience racism. It's not a thing. Prejudice, maybe. Bullying, definitely. But racism, bitch, please read a book. If you would just educate yourself on the system of racism and white supremacy, you wouldn't be running your mouth like this.
The white woman in America, you're targeted.
I'm gonna need y'all to be so fucking dead. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, ho.
So, beautiful friends, you have had everything for yourself. This Caucasian woman came on TikTok and said it just like the way you had. And then Of course, things like this always trigger people because even me, I was like, girl, what are you talking about exactly? Because I was trying to like figure out where this is coming from. And I even started asking myself, like, you are targeted by who and how? Because when I hear the word targeted, my mind immediately think of the communities that are actually targeted, like black people, indigenous people, immigrants, brown folks, poor folks, people who are stopped, underpaid, profiled, or even given harsher sentence in courts, and even sometimes you are ignored in the hospitals. We have watched those videos recently of black woman ignored when she went to deliver. Then the other one, she was sent back home because they thought that she was not in active labor, and she ended up giving birth by the roadside inside the truck. That is what targeted mean, right? But wait a minute. Let us not hope that she's trying to seek for attention, because I've not yet connected the dots, like what exactly she was trying to mean by being a white woman in America, you are targeted. So I'm still really confused because even historically, white women are the most protected group in America. So protected that entire mobs formed to defend white womanhood while black men were being lynched. Even courts bend over backwards just for them. And as for the media, it always treat them like some kind of delicate victims, and you still don't see that as protection but being targeted. So it makes me ask this question, like, what really changed? Is it that people just can't say anything anymore and expect everyone to bow down? Or is it accountability that feels like you're being targeted? Because if the worst thing happening to you is that somebody disagrees with you or calls out problematic behavior, that's not oppression, that's just how life is. So try to manage and swallow it at least. And if you're still feeling targeted, I think you should just be a black woman for just one day so that you can see what being really targeted feels like. I bet you will go back home the next morning crying. Anyway, guys, that's just my take. If there is anything that I've not gotten right, you're free to disagree with me and also share your own opinion, because here we are allowed to disagree on certain things, but respectfully. So I will be waiting to hear from you in the comment section. I appreciate you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you soon. Before I end this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and until next time.